Hey, what's up? It's Sugar from Sound Candy Studio. Today I'm going to take a really quick look at the Papen MasterMagic. I guess it's going to be kind of your sweetener to your master bus in your final mix. Let's go and take a look at it and see what it sounds like. See you in a moment. Welcome back. Right, let's jump straight into this one. This is the MasterMagic by Papen. It is, what would I call this? A finalizer or sweetener to your master bus. Now, it doesn't need to be on a master bus, but generally that's where you'd put it, and that's where I would put it. So it's VST AAX 64-bit and AU. It's $39 at the time of doing this video. We'll talk about a bit of the user interface. So at the top here, you have your edit, your origin, your help, and your ECS. The ECS button is simply your MIDI control section. Then you have slightly below that, you have a section for your presets. And below that you have your AB. So if you have this on multiple tracks, you can AB and then recall the AB, or hit the current button, which takes you back to where you were. Slightly below that you have the air button. Now if you've ever used I don't know, any of the hardware, lots of hardware, I don't know, the Focusrite, they do a lot of hardware units with air button on them. It targets the very high end frequencies, and it gives it that kind of sheen that you like to have. So that's what that is, and we can click or declick it. So when you have it highlighted in blue, it means it's active, and the grey means it's inactive. Below that, let's turn it off for now. Below that you have your mono stereo filter, split filter. So how that works is you have a rotary encoder here, and then you can target. So currently we've just had it on solo. So essentially what you would do is you'd pick a frequency that you want to target, and then you'd hit the solo button and you can target that frequency. Now you have several options, one of which is you can target a frequency range. So here you can see it's displaying 87 Hertz. So as you see, if we move the rotary encoder, we can actually pick the amount of hertz that we want to target. Or if you click that button there, you can target a note range. So here we have F2 to 41. So then you can pick a note range. So if you have something in an F sharp or D sharp or an E sharp, you can pick it that way. And slightly below that, you have the mode button. Now, I always generally have this left plus right, because that's the way you'd normally do it. But you can have left only, right only, left minus right. So we will leave it on left plus right, and what that does essentially is it sums down the signal that you want. So if you were targeting something at 82 Hertz, you will put it on 82 Hertz, put the amount in, and it will sum that. For instance, in the case of bass, which you generally don't want to have in stereo anyway, you can hit the solo button, or hit the solo button, target it, and then you'll see the results there. The button in the middle, the rotary encoder in the middle, it's just simply it says amount, and I'm guessing in old school terms that will be a wet dry encoder. So that's there, that's simply there. And then here where it says volume, obviously that will be your gain control, and here you have your frequency response encoder. And now if you put this on the master bus, according to Papen and the manual, it literally just says, look, if you're going to put it on your master bus, you should kind of leave it on about 40 Hertz. So we're going to leave it at the maximum. Here, the split range, this relates to the split filter. So if you have it here, it's on anything under. So you can see the under sign, below 150, below 250, below 600. And if you want the full range, you can have the full range. So what we'll do for this experiment, we'll leave it on under 150, because we're going to put this on somewhere like 82. And then we're going to solo it. We're going to hear what it sounds like. And then we would use the encoder in the middle to simply hear what it sounds like, and we'll stick the volume up a tiny bit more. As usual with all of these things, if you don't have some headphones, it's probably worth getting some headphones to hear this, because some of the effects you may not necessarily hear if you're listening through your laptop or your phone. So grab some headphones. And finally, at the top, I should have said this, you have your bypass filter. which you'd expect to be hair or even hair, so it's not a big deal. As I said, the thing I do like about this is it's very uncomplicated. It just does what it says it does. And at $39, I think it's, if you're going to do some mastering, I think this is probably a good investment. It's not expensive and it's a very good plugin. So what we'll do is we will bypass it so that we can hear it without, and then we'll do the bit with. Let's do that now. So what I wanted to do is we'll bypass it, which we've just done. We'll take the amount down and then we'll engage it and we'll hear what it sounds like. Now, before I keep going on, we'll listen to the air. Now, this is very subtle, and we probably won't hear a huge amount of it because there isn't a huge amount of high end in this anyway. But you can hear it. So what we'll do here is we will go in and we are going to target some of the low end things. So we're simply talking about the kick drum in this instance, because this track doesn't have any bass on it. So what we're going to do is to target the kick drum and see where we get to there. So let's just drag this all the way down here, and we're going to try and we're going to try and solo the track and look for that sweet spot for the kick drum. I think it's about there, yeah. Let's try the full range. In fact, this air filter button here is actually not that subtle. There is a distinct difference between when it's engaged and when it's not. Let's take a listen to it again. It kind of just gives it that extra width without unnecessarily adding a huge amount of stereo width, but it gives it that extra presence, I would say. I really do. For what this plugin does, I really do like it. I love the fact that it's reasonably priced. There actually is a demo of this, so if you want to go and try it out, I'll leave a link in the description. But there is a demo for it, so I would definitely encourage you to think about it as something that you can add to your arsenal. This is more the finishing touches. This is kind of like the cherry on the top. So as I said, it will be a quick video because it's not that complicated. What I suggest is you certainly go out there, have a look at it, try it for yourself, get it on a master bus, or even, I don't know, let's just leave it here for a second and we'll do a quick, let's go to here and let's solo this so we can hear this air filter. Let's just do that. We'll drag the amount down and we'll do it again. Actually, we'll do it somewhere else. Let's do it here. Yeah, there is a distinct difference there. Just engaging it gives it that extra high, the extra high bandwidth that we're certainly looking for here. Right, so that's it for me. I will see you again this week. For now, take care. See you later. Bye bye.